This little Loco is from Max's bin of shame. It currently hums but doesn't go anywhere. The solution to this could be surprisingly easy. Hello YouTubes, my quest to repair all of Max's broken trains continues, and today we're working on apparently his pride and joy, but I think this is a simple fix. I mentioned in the introductory video to this series that all I think that is wrong with this particular Loco is one of these trucks on the tender is the wrong way around and the polarity is getting messed up. So I am going to swap one of them round. Now the reason I've come to that conclusion, there is one wire here picking up power from one side of the rails. This is plastic, so it's only one side it's getting the power from. Obviously the whole Loco's pretty dirty, but that's easy enough to clean up. It takes a wee bit of time, but it's worth it. So let's see, it's going to be 50-50 as usual. Oh, I tell you what, the reason that I've come to this conclusion, if this is only picking up power from one side of the rails, then why on earth would it have isolated wheels there and isolated wheels on that side? That means it's picking up power from there and there. If it's only sending the signal or the power signal through the chassis through this wire, then it's getting a cross signal. So all we have to do is reverse one of these trucks round, and I am going to go for eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go for this one, see what happens. Maybe today I'll get lucky and get the right one. So we just need to unscrew that, rotate it 180 degrees, pop it back down, screw it in, we're getting the right thread, not too tight, need a little bit of wobble. And I think that'll be it if I've got the right set, because now all those wheels are picking up power through the wipers. Those ones are isolated and it's only getting one signal. It's not getting any cross-contamination or whatever you call it. So let's throw this in the track and see if it works. We are back in the track. This is all DC, by the way, so we'll give it some power in the forward position. Please work. Well, look at that. It's working. Wow, it is rough. Give it a bit more power, fighting chance and all that. Oh my goodness, this needs serviced. Oh, it's a bit better already. Okay, I'm not going to go too far because obviously that works, but it needs lubed, cleaned and lubed. You know what? This is going to be a really nice runner once it's clean. I don't know if the light works. Let's see. Does the light work? No light working. I wonder if I can find a light for that. Okay, back to the bench for a clean job. So I think I will need my gloves for this because I'm going to be using quite a lot of the old isopropyl alcohol. Let us begin. Let's get this baby upside down because everything is going to be getting access from the bottom, I believe. Yeah, I don't see any screws holding the shell in, unless there's one hiding way down the chimney. We'll see. Let's remove the tender first, so we're not fighting against that every time we move the Loco around. One screw for that joining bar thing, trailing bar, you tell me what it's called because I have no idea. And this little screw is holding on this wire on a little ring connector. So we'll get our little parts bin at the ready. We'll put that somewhere safe. Like so. Right, let's move this out the way for now because those wheels need cleaned as well, but we'll do that last. Okay, onto the Loco. So wheels are dirty, but I want to get in here to make sure the gears are clean. Well, I don't think the wheels are clean, but I want to be able to clean them. So I'm going to remove that front truck. Put that. Oh, this one has got a little collar, a little brass collar. Important not to lose that. So that goes over that screw there, just so that I remember. Come on. We'll just keep that all together somewhere safe. Right, now we have this plate here to remove, and I think we'll get access to all the wheels once I remove that. Oh, it's a never-ending screw. Here he comes. I'll put that with the truck, the front truck, so that we know that that's for this plate. Bit of oil on that. Okay, what have we got? This is pretty cool actually. Each of these wheels has got a little brass bearing holding it in place. The gear is pretty dry, but it's not actually that dirty. So I might not go any deeper than this unless I need to get in to access the motor. All I really want to do is clean the commutator. So I might be able to get access down there, in there, and on that side. Yeah, that's just lazy, isn't it? I could probably bring these wheels out and that will give me better access without having to remove the whole lot. I don't like pulling these bars out of there. Wow, this is really in there. Let's see if a bit of leverage gets this out. Yeah, it does. Do the same with that one. And hopefully we can just rotate this up. Nah, that one wants to come out as well. Oh, let's bring the whole lot out. Oh, why not? Is everything going to slide backwards now? Not done a lot of steam train work. It kind of scares me. You know what, that's enough. That's enough to get access in to the commutator there and give that a clean. Wondering if I can get access to the top of the motor, just a bit of a wee squidge of oil, but I don't see a way in there. I don't want to go overboard. I'm always supposed to be fixing these, not giving them a thorough clean. At least this way I can get in. I can get into the worm gear down there, get a bit of grease in there. Actually, that needs a wee bit of a clean, that cog's getting a bit filled. So I will give as much of this as I can, a bit of a clean with the isopropyl alcohol, clean all the wheels, and I'll see when that's done. So I got the wheels out, got all those little bearings out, gave them a clean, got in underneath, got the worm gear cleaned, put some grease in the worm gear, and yes, I am finally using actual proper modelling grease instead of Vaseline. I'm sure that you'll be very happy about that. And I cleaned the commutator. I put a tiny bit of oil down where the motor comes out. There's a little bearing there. However, now that I've got the wheels in, they are not moving. And I really thought that would have spun the motor. I think this is just in so tight. I wonder if I can lever it out a little bit and see if that... See, now it spins. And all the wheels go with it, you know. Not sure about that. Tell you what, let's hook it up to some power and see what happens, because I'm pretty sure these little brass bearings have to be completely seated down there. Like that, because when this plate goes over the top, which is roughly, let's see, screw there and there. Yeah, so that goes down there. So that's pushing all those little bearings down. Anyway, we'll apply some power and see if it actually works. I've got a little 12 volt old school controller here. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to have to touch this connection here and one side of the wheels. Don't know which. That side. Yeah, that's just too stiff. So if I bring this up a little bit, the drive one, and now touch it. Nah, see, now it's not engaging with the cog. So that has to go all the way down. So why is it so stiff? That's better. Maybe just needed to run all that grease through that I've just put in. Now that is full power. It's picking up from all wheels. So while it's like this, I'm going to hook up the power so that I can get a cotton bud, rest it against a wheel and clean it like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I just need to find a way. Actually, I could just do it like this. Let's do it this way. I don't need full power for this. And this is why we have many fingers in our hands, so that I can do this. Right, let's try that. Full power. Right, wheels are clean. So I still need to put some oil in all these little bars, but I think that's pretty much the mechanics done. Let's just make sure it's going in reverse as well. Helps if I switch it to reverse. I think it was going faster forwards. Looks like my gears jumped out. Yeah, so it definitely needs that plate on. So I will get the plate back on and then finish off with oiling all of this stuff. Did you see what I did there? So obviously one of the wheels had rotated a little bit too much and this little bar was pointing up there instead of there. But I think we're all good now. Should also run a bit better now that I've corrected that. So let's see what happens now when I hook up the power and everything's together. Looking and sounding good. Right, so all that's left to do then is clean up the wheels on the tender and we'll be done. This won't take but a flash. Done. The wheels weren't actually that bad. They're more tarnished than dirty, to be honest. So now we can finally get this thing back together. Little screw, little connection, and we'll be good. Oh, I was wondering how that was going to work. Yeah, let's put it back in the cradle, shall we? Don't want it falling off the table at this stage of the game. So let's get a little metal connection on first. Might as well give that a wee clean just in case. Right, we should have 2 screws left. We have 1. Oh, there he is. There he was hiding. So he's the spinny one with the collar. We'll put him on after we've got the electrical connection on. So we don't put any undue strain on this little wire. That's the wrong screwdriver. Let's not go too mega tight. It's not required. And finally, we can get our linking screw on. We are donezo, hopefully. Let's get back to the track and see if it was all worth the effort. Maybe a wee bit noisy at first. Got to get that lube circulated round the mechanicals. Not a bad little creep considering it's got to circulate, but let's give it a bit more power. Oof. Something's vibrating through the body because it wasn't making that noise on the bench. Noise is getting a bit quieter. Seems to depend what part of the track it's on, makes different noises, but it's smooth enough. Definitely think it's getting a bit quieter. Let's give it another lap, shall we? A bit faster. So I think I'll let Max do the rest of the running in. That's probably all it needs. I did actually strip it down again after that, and checked everything, and nothing was hitting against the shell. I think it's just an old model. They were probably noisy. It's a Varney. I don't know if that means anything to you. But that's as much as I can do, Max. So it's on to the next. I think we've still got 3 steam engines and 6 diesel engines to work on. Anyway, we'll get there. Thanks for watching, and thanks to all these guys who helped me immensely. Okay, what's next?